Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Open man, it's Preston Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Complete to number 18. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check it out, Reed. That's it. 34, right 34. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Crowder. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready? The mic. 50 seconds, the mic. You ain't got nothing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Darnold on third down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
X3.
They'll run on first down. Patrick looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's coming, double up. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo. It's going to be a long day. Mike 52, Mike 52. Stop your whining. Check 52.
Darnold from the gun. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Let's go. At their own 37-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the line. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Smooth. 52's the line. Mike 52. Mike 52. I don't think you got it.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch twist. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, 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 check.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He was brought down by Marcus May. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now back to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them. Play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
I got one. Check 26, check 26.
They run for it with Breida. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check four.
Here's Breida. 22 yards there, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Kyle Van Noy in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on second and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold into the hands of Patrick left side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Delta. 51's the mic. Hey, check. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking past.
And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.